Howdy, howdy, and welcome to episode 13 of hp1704 Answers Your Queries.
It's time to drink up all the beers. He is going to call you all a bunch of queers. It's the man with the mustache, you know him well. Answering your questions is his living hell. He likes to hunt and sleeps with a 12 gauge. He doesn't ask any questions about your sister's age. Talking to the nerds of NoobTube, yelling yob and touching your mother's boob. Just remember, all you pussies, to be a dick, or you join the wall made out of retard bricks. Shout hooray or scream out for more. Here is the one and only hp1704.
For those of you who don't know, this is a weekly show where I answer the questions and queries of the NoobTube community. I don't have anything to celebrate this week, so let's get on with the questions.
What is your favorite kind of beer? What kind of beer do you drink? What's your favorite beer? What's your favorite kind of beer?
Well, everybody who Wait, what was that third one?
What's your favorite beer?
Anyway, there is a delicate formula for the best kinds of beer in the world. And basically it is a radius around Wisconsin. The closer you are to Wisconsin, the better your beer tastes. That's why your Leinenkugels, your Millers, your Great Dane, Spotted Cow. That's why those are the best tasting beers in the world. And then you go, to like Chicago, you got Goose Island, and this is why Budweiser tastes better than Coors, because Budweiser in Missouri is closer to Wisconsin than Colorado. So the further you get away from Wisconsin, the worse your beer tastes. That's why in Japland they call their alcohol sucky. Next.
Since we all know Americans make the best beer, which American neighbor makes the next best beer? Mexico or Canada?
This is the hardest question I've ever had to answer. There are two reasons why my answer is going to be my answer. One, the proximity rule to Wisconsin is still in effect. And two, they put like fruit in their beer in Mexico, and that's just, what is that? I really want a beer, but I really want to prevent scurvy. What is the best way to do that? Oh, I'll just toss a lime in there. Oh, yum, a beer with a lime. No, that's gross. That's gross and dumb. Unfortunately, Canada is my answer to this question. I don't want to. Let's go on to the next question, please.
If you were a porn star, what would be your porn star name?
Well, Wubzu, if I was a porn star, my porn star name would be Huge Penis 1704. The 1704 meaning 17 inches long and 4 inches in diameter.
What does the 1704 stand for?
Yes, Crimson. If I had a porn star name, it would be the dimensions of my phallus. Next.
My wife is about to bring my son into the world in a few weeks. At what age should enroll him into the NRA?
Well, Cade, soon to be father, there's really no age that's too soon to join the National Rifle Association and to exercise your God-given Second Amendment rights. When God wrote the Bill of Rights, He wrote it with the intent that you would bear arms as soon as you came out of the womb. The NRA has a junior membership, which is 15 and under. It's just a subscription to Insights magazine. Get it? Insights, like you're aiming. You get it? That's funny. That's funny stuff. I mean, I couldn't even make that up. That's how funny it is. There's a lifetime membership to the NRA. It's $1,000, but it pays for itself over the lifetime of your lifetime. So I would consider that it's better than like a college fund or something queer like that, Who needs college? Nobody. Next!
Can you survive the zombie apocalypse?
Well, Slig, I can survive the zombie apocalypses and the zombie apocalypse. And I can survive the zombie apocalypse for about 256 days. At such time, the urge to have sexual relations with a married woman will be so great that I will implode. Next! And now it's time for our featured Christian of the week. And this week, our featured Christian comes from both Quag and Snake X, who write,
Hypothetically, if one has a dead hooker, how does one dispose of the dead hooker without arousing suspicion? Strictly hypothetical. Be the best way to get rid of a dead hooker's body.
Well, boys, it's interesting that you both have the same hypothetical question, because I have a hypothetical answer that has hypothetically worked in the past. The first thing to do is to remain calm, alright? Senators and congressmen have gotten away with this for decades, okay? What you want to do is you want to track down her pimp, okay? And what you do is you get him on the phone and you're like, hey, T-Bone, I heard Consuela's gonna run off with some John, which is what they call you if you get hookers anyway. So you're like, yeah, she's gonna run off with his John. You should get to the Econo Lodge on Route 51, room 216, if you want to catch her in time, because they're talking about leaving, okay? And then you give T-Bone 3 minutes, okay? Because he has to obey traffic lights, and he's busy with his opium, and so he needs to get himself together, but he'll be there. And in those 3 minutes, what you have to do is you have to take Consuela's body from the bed into the bathroom, and then you have to put her clothing on the bed, okay? This is very important. And then what you should do is you should chain lock the door, but don't deadbolt it. So after those 3 minutes are up, what you want to do is you want to start yelling and screaming like a crazy person. How could you leave me? You're my property. I'll kill you. I'll kill everyone you've ever known. And then you start throwing stuff around the room, okay? So the people next to you have probably called the cops. So at this point, you want to get out the side window if you can and get out of there. But watch from a distance because it's good theater. Another minute or two, T-Bone should get there. When he tries the door, it's open enough that he can see into the room to the bed and see her clothing on the bed. Okay, so he knows she's there. But it's chain linked, so he has to be aggressive. He has to kick in that door. And that's the violence that you need. That's the stuff the cops will want to see when they get there. And then, he has to go all the way into the room to the bathroom to actually get to her. And by that time, the cops should have come, and they'll be like, hey, here's a pimp. We've got motive. We've got him in the scene of the crime. It pretty much wraps itself up like a nice present. And you can even stand outside smoking your cigars or whatever and be like, oh man, I heard T-Bone from down here. He was crazy. I was scared for my life. For real, officer. I scare easily, clearly. Ugh, I'm so weak. I drink wine. Ugh. So yeah, give that a shot. Well, that's all the Christians for this week. If you want to leave me a Christian for next week or the rest of the season, you can post in this thread, you can PM me personally, or you can leave a message on YouTube for me. Or maybe you want to leave me a comment because you saw Sarah Palin resigned as governor of Alaska for an unknown reason. Am I right? Am I right? Yeah, we had sex multiple times. Well, that's all the questions for this week. Until next week, I'm done. Yob. Yow sucks. I have urges. I'm a human being who has urges. When I yearn for a married woman. Spilled my beer. What the fuck? Beer isn't free? Anyway. But it's pretty self-explanatory unless you're an idiot. Not saying anything personal, but if you're watching this, you're probably an idiot.